want to show you all a quick tip before we start covering our chipbook album. This is what it's going to look like with the friend. It's just really so cute. You could make this into kind of a journal where you add pages in, or you could make it into an album where you put pictures in and all sorts of fun scrapbooking items for your friend. So I'm going to start with the F and the R because they're on the same page. So when I'm cutting these out, this is going to cut out the front, and then this is going to cut out the front of this one. So I'm going to cut it 2 times though, and whatever color you want on the second side, just make sure you flip your paper over and then you hit repeat last and you cut it all again. And the same thing goes for your R. Whatever color paper you want on this side, you just need to flip your paper over because it's going to be on the back side. So it's going to be up here and the back side is going to be right here. So I hope that part made sense. The next step to making a word book is covering your chipboard, and that involves a lot of cutting. So just keep putting the papers that you want in here. This is my front covering my chipbook, and this is my back, my chipboard. And you just have to do that a bunch of times, and then just adhere it all together, and then we'll jazz it up and bind it all together. I have now completed covering both sides of my pages in my board book, and now I have decided that instead of making it just a word book that has pictures, I'm going to make it a word book that's a notebook. So I've cut just cheap white cardstock. This is at 4 inches by 8.5 inches, and this is my bind it all. You're going to pull out the black thing in the back, it gives it leverage, and I'm just going to put in my paper, kind of line it up with my hand, and if you've noticed, just pull it back and it punches. I am punching it on the top. So I'm going to make, instead of this book opening on the side, I'm going to have it open up on top. And so now I have that done, and we're going to punch the pages. And we don't want to do these all at one time, so I'm just going to do 2 at a time, if that will work. There we go. Let's see here. I'm trying to line it. Whoops. You can see this. Trying to line it up without the letters on it. Okay, that looks good right about there. Pull it back. Do that with the rest of them, and then we'll bind it together. Let's put this thing together. This is a white 3/4 inch O wire, and since I have 6 holes in my book, I'm going to count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You just use your wire cutters and cut in between. Oops. And then let the other one drop on the ground. Okay. What you're going to do when you make a board book is you don't want the opening, the closure, to be on the outside. So you bring your back cover around so it lines up with your first. Okay. Now we are going to start with the bottom one because I'm putting in paper in between each one. So this is my N, because remember the D is going to be on the front. You know, I think actually what we're going to do, we're going to put the paper in. I'm confusing myself here. It's really simple to do. Okay, now we're going to put the N. I'm going to put 10 more pieces of paper in. Okay, the E. Now I've just sped the rest of this up so you can see quickly just what I'm doing. Just add the rest of it, and then we'll put it all together. Here we go. Okay, now you're going to set your knob, your line. Now that we've got it all together and we've fixed this to the right size, put your book in. And you're just going to pull your lever down and squeeze it until it stops. Then open it. And if you see here, we've got a perfect binding closure. Move your D around to the back, and it'll catch on that, and then you can move everything else forward. And let's decorate the front of this now. I'm going to show you what this looks like. Let me get it shut. It takes a second to shut it all. Okay. Perfect. I have already cut from Graphically Speaking. I've cut this cute butterfly, which I am in love with. I've used it a few times on some other videos I've made. And I'm going to use my Zig 2-way glue pen and just glue this up real quick. You have to be fast when you're using the Zig. You want to adhere it when it's blue. If you wait to adhere it when it's white, it's going to be, it's going to be temporary and not permanent. As I'm saying that while I'm talking. And with this, it's okay if you line it up and it's not perfect. All right, going to put that butterfly up here with some, some dimensional stickers. Pull off the backing. If I got the backing off that one. Nope. I'm going to add that up here. And then I'm going to add this down here. Just a cute little, it's not really a tail. It's more of just like a, you know, fun little line behind it. And again, I'm using my Zig 2-way glue, if you can see that. Zig. I'm going to add it on here. Now, projects like this, word books, are not complete without ribbon. So let's add our final touch of ribbon, and then you can jazz it up how you'd like. Let's add some ribbon. Okay, I'm just going to quickly around the bottom. Add some polka dotted ribbon. And this is a simple, if you watch the cherry card, the other tutorial, custom crops tutorials, you'll see me tie it in slow motion, and that really helps a lot. This is in real time. This is really how fast I go or slow I go. You could look at it either way. Okay, and I want this to be all, well, I'm going to do them straight across. You have the option when you're cutting ribbon, there's many different ways to cut it. I prefer cutting straight across most of the time. Okay, now I'm going to add some ribbon around my N over here. Looked kind of like it needed a ribbon on there. Can you see me tying it on there? And here we go. That is so cute. I love these board books. They are our word books. I keep calling them board books. They're word books. They are so addictive. I'm telling ya. I have been making these like crazy now. People are going to be so sick of getting them from me because they're going to be like, all right, Robin, enough of your word books. We get it. And they do take a little bit of time. I'm used to making things. Whoops, I don't want to break my R. I'm used to making things that are like quick. So the word books do require more of a commitment in your time. So if you don't have a lot of time, you're not going to want to tell someone you'll make 50 board books by tomorrow because that would take too long. So anyhow, there's some ribbon on here, and you can also add ribbon to the end, and you've got a cute little friend notebook, word book to give to somebody. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.